Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to my channel and to Scraptember with the Scrappy Sisters and Laura and the 30 Days of Sketches with Christy. And the prompt today is Cutfile. And I really have one. And this is the sketch for today. I'm using it as inspiration. I'm not going to stay as close to it as sometimes I do, but you can tell I used it as inspiration. Or at least I think you can. uh, there's my cut file, and I won that on Jessie B. Scrapbooking's 100 subby giveaway. And her name will be down there below, along with a gazillion others, and their links. So you can go check her channel out and everybody else's. And she made this one herself. And I'm doing my leaves first. I'm doing them in close to my heart garden green. And then, well, I was planning on using first wild honey on my flowers. Then I changed my mind. Then I pulled out that memento, and I think it's lemon, I think, and changed my mind. So then I pulled out the gelato, and I went ahead and I used it. But I thought I'd color them first, then put vellum behind them, and I was going to use yellow. Well, I did use yellow. It wasn't no gonna about it, but I should have used white because I end up coloring it. Yeah, it colors pretty easy, because vellum usually does, but I could have used the white and saved my yellow for something else. I went ahead and added some of the wild honey to this. It wasn't quite as dark as I was wanting, and I was wanting different shades a little bit here and there too. So I added the wild honey, and then when I do the vellum, I'm going to add more of the wild honey and color them the vellum part darker. Yeah, when Jessie sent me this cut file, my first thought was, oh, it's gorgeous, but my second thought really quick was I'll save it till I need one for a challenge that says cut file instead of making my own faux cut files. I do have die cutting machines. I just rarely ever use them. I have that little, well, I'm not even going to discuss the stuff that came out and I have bought. I'd much rather use my dies. And yeah, it's not that I couldn't figure them out or anything like that. It's just that I like the result of the dies usually the most. But like seeing this and a few other cut files that's been sent to me, I love them. It's just that I gravitate to the hands-on thing so much quicker. I seriously doubt I have turned on one of them in 5, 6 years, 7. It's been a while. I did consider it a couple of weeks ago, but it has been a while. The yellow vellum that I use is a very light yellow. It's a pastel. It was a package of pastel colors. And I'm just going to glue it down and then go ahead and cut around it. And all the pieces in between. Yeah, there is a little bit of cutting in between. But for somebody that don't mind fussy cutting, it was not a problem. Well, the picture, y'all seen it pretty quick. That's of my nephew, and, well, it's his wife now, but at the time, it was his girlfriend. And the title of my layout's going to be Beautiful Love Story, because he had started going to church with his older brother, and he met her at church, but he didn't get to know her till church camp and fell in love. And he was like 11 or 12, but it stuck. And she's older than him by almost 2 years, and she couldn't help but falling in love back. But when she turned 18 and went away to college, she broke up with him, and he couldn't handle it. He said he's going to have to win her back, and he did. It did not take him long. I think she missed him, and they've been married probably 7 or 8 years now. But yeah, I wanted to use this picture and well, it was an autumn picture, so I did want to do some autumn things on it. So I will be using Cartabella's Fall Break. Since the sketch has hearts, I think maybe the reason the cut file was put in there so you could use hearts. However, I have a different cut file, so I had to use it. I could have done a heart by hand. I could have even made that outside line one by hand. And I am going to have two hearts. Well, one's not going to be 100%, but I'm using that vellum. I got it free with an order many years ago. I mean, it was so many years ago that this is by Kathy B. And it said that it was made by EK Success for the collection. I can't remember what the collection was, but it was Stickopotamus. And y'all know that was forever ago. And I've had it in my stash all this time, and I've looked at it a few times and couldn't think of anything I wanted it to go with. But when I started to do this layout, I thought, I think I'd like some vellum. Well, I have all my vellum in the same place. That way it's easier to find. And I was flipping through them and seeing this, and I thought, it's about time I use that. Anyway, you can turn it over, it looks like, and you can just use like a regular printed vellum looking thing. But over this way, it looks like it's heat embossed with flowers, and it's raised up, and it is kind of on the shiny side, which if you heat embossed it, it would be. And I first thought I would use white paper as the background, and I laid one behind that vellum, and the flowers showed up better actually, but it wasn't the effect that I wanted. I wanted a more autumn look. So I got out the vanilla cardstock and put it behind there, and I liked that a whole lot better. And that was another reason I had to paint my cut file, not die cut, my cut file, so that it wouldn't look so white up against it. And oh my goodness, I complained about my rusty hinge being kind of on the dried out side, and that I'd have to get some before fall re-inker. Well, I did, and I re-inked it when I got it. Well, this is my first time using it. I was practically shocked when I went and put it on that paper. I forgot all about re-inking it, and it just came out so strong. So I had to be pretty careful with it after the first swipe or two. But yeah, it's a lot rustier than I remembered. But yeah, at least darker anyhow. And I planned on laying the heart down first before I laid the vellum down and go ahead and put the sprinkles down. Then I forgot, of course, I forgot. And so I'm laying my template that I have over it's in the thing with all my stencils. And I laid it on top because I didn't want to wipe it off the vellum. I figured it wouldn't soak in for sure, but I didn't want to wipe it off and maybe smear some of the other little sprinkles there. So I laid the template on top so that I could go ahead and sprinkle. But I'm going to end up sprinkling a little bit more. At first I didn't think I wanted any on my cut file, but yeah, I do. And I'm matting my photo with Cartabella Fall Break. And I used the plaid, and well, I had a piece of cardstock in there with it, and it's kind of a rust color. And I matted those two, and then I went ahead and did my title with the vanilla color and that rust color. And I'm layering them on top of each other. And they will go on top of the vellum. And it's Love Story, and it's by Echo Park. I probably showed the die, but I was looking over at my layout or something. I was not looking at the screen. But yeah, I layered it so that it have more depth to it. Does that sound professional? Yeah, I'm layering it for that. And the word story, I'm going to end up putting it on top of my photo. I'm going to have a lot on top of my photo. It's not that you can actually see their faces or anything. It's more like a feeling you get when you look at it. And this was one of their engagement photos, and it was already in black and white. It's not that I had to make a decision to put it in black and white. That's the way I got it. But yeah, I wanted to put that on there. I made an album for each of their boys. One I'm not done with, but the other one is totally done. And I thought I'd make them one too. So I this is going to go in their album. And that ribbon, that foam tape right there is like from the Dollar Tree. So it's a lot easier to cut and make thinner. And if you have little words like this and tear the release paper off of both sides, it's a whole lot easier to form it to go around. And if it looks too wide, just stretch it a little bit and put it on there. And I'm just putting it on the top part because the bottom part's going to lay on top of the photo. And the love, I'm going to nestle right in there with the little line across the T. And I looked at it and I thought, it needs something else. Do I need the letter A there? You know? And when I pull the sticker sheet out, I think, oh my goodness, beautiful love story. Goes so good. So yeah, it's going to have a sticker that says beautiful on there. I was thrilled to notice that. Here's where I decided I needed more sprinkles. I love sprinkles. I debated whether to put a little cluster on the left-hand corner or on the right-hand corner. The left-hand corner had a little bit more room, but I decided to go ahead and go with the right-hand corner because of the fact, well, I got the title right down from it, and I had it planned to put a little cluster over to the left of the photo, and then it'd all go kind of diagonally across there, and then the cut file would go across the other way, and kind of all form a triangle that way. And this paper, you're going to see me cut it, cut it, cut it. Yeah, I was looking at the pumpkins on there, and I thought, okay, I'll cut those pumpkins and put them, highlight them kind of in my cluster of banners up there. And then I seen another one, and I thought, I'll do that one instead. And then I seen the last one I end up with. And yeah, I thought that's going to be in the right place for what I have in my mind. I was going to rearrange for the others, but this one is actually going to be in the right place. So yeah, I'm using both sides of one of the papers, and then of course the cardstock for the other. And I'm putting cuddling up there. There were several words on the sticker sheet: cuddling, long walks, and falling for you. And yeah, I thought I will have those on there. They go with my photo. And yeah, I really like how it's funny. It's funny because I use that garden green for my leaves, but it matches these so well. I mean, it did not come out anything like it does sometimes when you're just inking. And when you're just inking with it, it comes out darker, it seems like, with the little foam thing. But using it with a brush and some water, it looks more like the little stickers that are going on here. So I was happy with that too. That was a happy accident. But looking up in the left-hand corner at the sketch, can you all tell where it was inspirational in my layout? It really was. I mean, because I was trying to think of ways to do it, and then I wanted, to use that vellum, and I didn't want to lay any paper over the top of it. And I thought, well, I could make the heart, or I could do stitches and have two hearts that way. Because technically it is. One's with stitches and one's with vellum. And I decided just to use the papers behind my photo instead of putting them over the middle of my hearts. And of course, there's two photos there, and I only have one. But yeah, I did use it as inspiration. I pulled out those I think they're American Crafts. I think that's what it says on them. But they're wooden buttons, flare. And I pulled out the one that has a heart on it, and then also one that says love. I would have liked three, but I couldn't find one I wanted to use along with this. So I decided that I didn't really need one in my title after all. There was a couple there I was tempted on, but they weren't going with the theme of my layout as well. They were going more autumn, if y'all need to know. They went more autumn. And I am going to put some enamel dots with my layout, and then I'll be done. So I want to mention that down there below will be the Scrappy Sisters, Jess and Katie, and then also Laura Alberts and Christy Beautiful Life. So yeah, their links will be down there. Plus a whole bunch more. Some will be YouTube, some will be Instagram. And if you want to join the groups on Facebook, it is Scraptember, and then the other one is 30 Days of Sketches, Christy's Beautiful Life, I believe. You key it in, something will come up. And there might be a link down there below. I keep telling myself to look and make sure it's in there, but I keep forgetting. Sorry. But yeah, there will be bunches of links. And Christy has a playlist on her channel. So you can just hop over there, save it to your channel, and hit play, and they'll all play one right after the other. But that's it. That's my layout. And if you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those who already are, thank you so much. But yeah, I have really been enjoying this hopping. I bet y'all are too, because while I'm scrapping during the day, I'm watching the videos. I'm using that playlist. And yeah, but I hope y'all take care and stay safe and find some time to scrap and watch videos too. Bye.